field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 180.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those.
And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. So this defense clicking early in the year, week one, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they'll get this down to the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 10 yards out, and the Bears have taken the lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Luck. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Luck. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4th. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 43-yard line. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
18.
On 3rd down, Vaughn. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Taylor Gabriel there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the catch made by Hilton. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll be taken down at the 34. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Steps away to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Leonard Floyd able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
14.
Luck in the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
11.
Back to throw, Love. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Come on, boys, come on. Hey, I got number 80.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out.
390.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
On first down, it's Mack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Right there. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Check. 12. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Now Luck. be incomplete.
Luck's pass incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 13.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Luck. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. This from 42 yards out. And this is no good. Close, but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Here's Trubisky to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Now it's Luck. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Room here to run. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 46 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing is Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Off of play action. Lock. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they got to look.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Joe Schobert coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Throwing here, Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now Trubisky on third and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32.
Well, you can just see this one coming, couldn't you? It's an obvious passing situation, third and long. The defense is going to bring in 2 more defensive backs and say, you want to throw? Go ahead. We dare you. And there's just no one open anywhere as they come away with the interception.
3 down. 45. Mike, 45.
After the interception, it's Locke. His throw caught right around the 6. Give him 30 yards there. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
From the gun, here's Locke. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Here's Locke. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s, back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Check, 45, somebody.
Now a first down throw. Luck dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Luck on first down. And he's got it. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
From the 24, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Trubisky to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Well, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And this is Gabriel on the catch.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. This is caught by Robinson. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. Robinson's got it. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Love. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Love. Looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They go play action. Trubisky. He's got Burton here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Trubisky. He finds Robinson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Pass from Trubisky taken in by Gabriel. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 8-yard touchdown run. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 9, Luck. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Monday.
Now Luck defers to Mack. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, Zoo.
45.
Out of the gun, Luck. Looking deep for Hilton. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Luck. Catch made here by Campbell. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go. Do it.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got Jack Doyle. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Luck throwing again. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Luck gives this one off to Mack, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Credit the tackle to Kylie Fitz, the former Utah Ute.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground, but every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
From the 16, Luck, complete to Hilton. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Check. He's checking.
12.
They'll run here with Mack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
I got you.
Luck now to throw. And he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. Jack Doyle, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. So here we go. The Colts will go for 2.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check.
Back to throw, Luck. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. And he's got room. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Trubisky will throw. Able to find Shaheen here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now it's Trubisky. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 15-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing here, Trubisky. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Trubisky. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also fourth down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, Steve, sit.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Oh, no, he lost the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. On first down, they'll start out with Mack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. On third down, a run by Mack. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of...
It's caught inside the 25. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
A very important extra point there, up and good. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now it's Luck. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Here's Trubisky. And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trubisky to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
We got this.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Locke. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
11.
Throwing is Locke. Looking deep for Hilton. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2.
180.
On 1st down, it's Cohen, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a give, right side. It's Vaughn. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on second down. Trubisky, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Chicago, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Set, hut. Set up. Ready, ready. Naughty wolf. Ready, ready. Let's go now. 10. Ready, go. Down. 60 yards. Set, hut. Ready, ready. Hut, go. Ready, set, hut, hut. Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hut. Here we go. Set, Ricky. 132. Hut up. Here we go. Here we go. Set, go. Set and set, hut. Let's go. Hit the blast. Ready. Ready. Hut, go. Set, ready. Hut. Okay, ready. 80 weapon. Set up. Ready. 30. Ready, ready. Here we go. Set. Ready, go. Set, hut. Set, hut. Ready, ready. 70 ending. Hut, go. Let's go now. Hut, hut. Down. 18 Gator, 18 Gator. Rotate. Spell. Hut. Come on, set. Good Ricky. 132. Butt up. Here we go. Naughty wolf. Say go. Here we go. Here we go. Set. Hut. Set. 60 yards. General. West. Ready. Ready. H3. Let go. Let's go. 60 pitch. Hard. Set. Ready. 60 outlaw. Set up. Ready. And ready, ready. Set hut. Get the blend. Great stone. Set hut. Okay. Right. Haywood. Hut go. Ready, ready. 30 bag. Hut, hut. Let's go now. 70 ending. 66, bullet high. Hood. Down. We good. 132. Fight us. Come on, set. Set go. On the set. Set. Cut. On the double. Ready. Here we go. Hut go. Here we go. Here we go. Naughty Wolf.